Good evening, dear professor. I hope you are very well. My name is Marjet Carolina Jaramillo Montalban. In this video recording, I will illustrate Class 3. Theme: Past Continuous. Day: November 17th, 2020. Grade: First Baccalaureate. Time: 45 minutes. Proficiency level: elementary A2.2 CEFR. In teaching English as a foreign language objectives, during these lessons, the learners will be able to listening, identify the correct information, speaking, pronounce the vocabulary correctly, reading, recognize the topic, and writing, construct sentences about that topic. During the class period, the teacher will use some strategies such as whole class, individual work, and group work. Anticipatory asset. In this part, the professor will project a puzzle game where the students will have to detect two appropriate sentence card with the appropriate image. For example, if the sentence says, Adam and Susan were swimming, they should find an image relevant to the sentence, like this image. Warm-up activity. Task about of a game called Who What I Am, where the instructor will deliver 5 cards like this. About characters. So the pupils will have to try to describe their classmate, and this manner the other classmate can guess the characters. Audiolingual method. The professor will illustrate the topic about past continuous. The teacher will use some flashcards with the vocabulary, like these flashcards. Work, do, listen, make, run, live, watch, get, test, and drive. After, the teacher will give each scholar a worksheet where they must to listen on audio and fill in the blanks. This audio.
Listening Lab, Exercise 37. The past continuous tense. 1. I was working this morning. 2. What were you doing when I called you? 3. Bill heard about the report as he was listening to the radio. 4. Who was making all that noise last night? 5. The machines weren't running properly. 6. Joe and Lisa were living in New York in the 1980s. 7. The driver wasn't doing a good job, so he was fired. 8. A security guard was watching us while we were in the store. 9. A woman tripped as she was getting onto the bus. 10. The accident was caused by a man who was texting while he was driving.
Communicative language learning. The mentor will assemble a group of 4, where the mentor will dispense cards that include the questions with the past continuous. Discuss. With these cards, the pupils will be being to work exchanging ideas about the questions. Task-based language learning. The teacher will explain briefly the topic again. After, the teacher will give the students a worksheet where the students must read and complete the questions. Game-based learning. In this part, the professor will put a game on the projector, where the scholars must choose the appropriate option so they will win this game. Modeling. In this part, it is important to the students because they will learn about the lessons. Guided practice. It involves 3 steps. A. Do a task the students. B. Guide to each student. And C. The student practice the task independently. Independent practice. The teacher will give a worksheet to each scholar, when they must fill in the blanks using the words in the box. In this manner, they must correctly complete each sentence. Assessment. The scholars at homes, they will realize 5 sentences about past continuous with the vocabulary. And finally, closing review and follow up. The professor will give a succinct feedback to the classroom. Then the teacher will put a video about the past continuous. This video.
In today's lesson, we will practice the past continuous. We use the past continuous to describe an action that was in progress at a specific time in the past. The past continuous is used to talk about the past. 1. For something that continued before and after another action. Melanie was cooking dinner when Bob got home. She called me when I was watching a movie. 2. For something that happened before and after a particular time. In December, she was working 3 jobs. 3. To show that something continued for some time. Everyone was laughing. He was sleeping. 4. For something.
So, the students will understand better the topic. Thank you.